Hello darlings, I hope this video finds you well. Today I want to share a poem with you I actually learned about through overhearing my brother's homework and was inspired to share after watching Mocha Mommy's live on the Season of Gratitude. I felt an intuitive message that I'm sure many of you will find helpful or comforting. Being informed about the real world is of course necessary and valuable information, and I'm definitely working on some more heavy, grounded content. But it is just as important to keep some positivity in your life. I mean, if the world is so universally awful, what would be the point in even trying to seek better or in living at all? So first, I'll read the poem and then I'll get into the message. What was told that by Jalal al-Din Rumi. What was said to the rose that made it open was said to me here in my chest. What was told the cypress that made it strong and straight, what was whispered to the jasmine, so it is what it is. Whatever made sugarcane sweet, whatever was said to the inhabitants of the town of Shigil in Turkestan that makes them so handsome, whatever lets the pomegranate flower blush like a human face, that is being said to me now. I blush. Whatever put eloquence in language, that's happening here. The great warehouse doors open, I fill with gratitude, chewing a piece of sugarcane, in love with the one to whom every that belongs. The opening line doesn't mention the color of the rose, but I'm interpreting it as a reference to the heart chakra. Roses are one of the most recognized symbols of beauty and love, and like I mentioned in the Keep Running analysis, love is the emotion with the highest vibration. Saying the divine energy that causes a rose to open is also present in his chest is a metaphor to his open heart chakra, thus allowing him to give love as well as receive love, and translating into his ability to see the beauty of the world around him and fully appreciate it. The title of this poem, What Was Told That, is referencing God, or rather the creator of the world, and the divine energy that exists in all things that is responsible for their creation, growth, and characteristics. What was told is orderly initiative, aka the breath of life. That is the outcome of that initiation, all the wonderful creations of the world, i.e., what was told to the rose, that made it open. Regardless if you are practicing any religion or even believe in God, there is simply no denying that the natural world is perfectly made. Everything has a purpose and order to it. Even death and disease, as tragic as they are, have their uses by recycling organic matter into nutrients, which is then food for the plants, which is then food for the herbivores, which are food for the carnivores and omnivores, thus keeping the cycle of life going. That same perfection is responsible for and present in all of us. Take a moment to think about how complex the human body is. Place a hand on your chest and focus on the sound and feeling of your heart beating away. And take another moment to marvel at the fact that your amazing mind is currently processing my words, your thoughts, and actions while also keeping you alive. What a treasure. The final stanza of this poem acknowledges the divinity that exists within us with the consumption of the previously mentioned sugarcane. What made the sugarcane sweet exists within it, and so consuming it also means it is now within the poet. I feel that this stanza is also implying our own divinity with the mention of the opening of the warehouse doors. Warehouses are storage containers for goods that are to be sold, or in other words, they house things of value. Having the sugarcane with him again connotes their shared value, or rather, their divinity. He is consuming the sugarcane as the warehouse opens up, meaning the sugarcane was also being housed in the warehouse. The opening of the doors is the signal for the poet to go forth and explore the world with vigor and an appreciation for all of God's creations. The message is one of gratitude and a reminder to find the beauty in the small things in life, as well as a reminder that the godly force that is responsible for these small things also exists within us. This poem is subliminally illustrating the self-fulfilling prophecy of the law of attraction. The law of attraction is basically you are what you eat, or rather, you are what you consume. Whatever you put into yourself, feed yourself, or otherwise focus your sights on becomes your reality. So relating that to the attitude of gratitude, when you find things to be grateful for, you develop a more positive outlook. When you have a more positive outlook, it becomes easier to find the beauty in things, thus translating to, again, an attitude of gratitude. And the cycle, ideally, repeats. Now, I don't expect all of you to wake up with a zest for life overnight. When I was at my lowest, literally wishing to die in my sleep and cursing myself for waking up the next day, simply just being happy was not an option. What did help was making a conscious effort to combat the depression by uncovering the source of it and finding the spark that had been lost to me over the years. The first step was to stop doing all that I was currently doing because clearly most of it was not facilitating my best self. Social media is a double-edged sword, so while this means there are some negatives, it also means there are some positives. And at the end of the day, it is a tool that can help you. So you can start with cleaning up your algorithm. When you clear out everything that isn't working, you're making the space for more productive, fruitful pursuits. From there, you can begin to discover or rediscover what actually makes you happy. The beautiful thing about beginning the journey of manifesting your best life is that you don't have to spend money to begin positive changes. One really simple free thing you can do is grounding, which is just a fancy term for going out into nature. If for whatever reason you can't get to a park, then you can start even smaller and just watch videos online of people touring nature. This is a powerful manifestation technique that is called visualization. As you're consuming the content, getting that dopamine, focus on these feelings of joy and imagine that you're actually there, experiencing it in real time. From there, make sure you're putting the proper TLC into yourself so that you can see the beauty in you. Of course, a day at an extravagant spa or splurging on some retail therapy would help, but it can also be something as simple as brushing your teeth, washing your hair, painting your nails, throwing on a little mascara and lip gloss, even just giving yourself a hug and smiling at your reflection. Putting TLC into yourself is effectively feeding yourself love, and remember, love is the highest vibration out there. When you love yourself and the world around you, the universe returns this energy by matching your vibration. A raised vibration makes your manifestations come faster, in addition to just making your life better overall. When you look your best, you feel your best. When you feel your best, you attract the best. Say it with me, ladies. We are safe. We are secure. We are abundant in all. I love you, and I love myself. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.